Three motorcycles, almost the same price, completely different personalities. The Triumph Speed 400, the Scrambler 400X, and the Harley-Davidson X440. And here's the problem. A lot of riders are confused between these three because on paper, they all sit in the same 3 lakh rupee segment. But in reality, they are built for completely different riders. So if you choose the wrong one, you might regret it every time you ride. Let's break it down. First, understand what each bike is trying to be. The Speed 400 is a street roadster, compact, quick, and built for fun city and highway riding. The Scrambler 400X is basically the adventurous brother. Same engine, but with taller suspension, bigger wheels, and more off-road capability. Then there's the Harley-Davidson X440. This bike is completely different. It's not trying to be sporty or adventurous, it's built for relaxed cruising and strong road presence. So even before we talk about specs, these bikes already have different personalities. Now let's talk about performance. The Speed 400 and the Scrambler 400X share the same engine. A 398cc liquid-cooled motor producing around 39.5 horsepower and 37.5 Nm of torque, which means these bikes are genuinely quick. Acceleration is strong, mid-range power is excellent, and highway cruising feels effortless. But then we look at the Harley X440. It has a bigger engine, around 440cc. So naturally you'd expect it to be the fastest bike here. But surprisingly, it makes only 27 horsepower. That means, despite the bigger engine, the Harley is the slowest bike of the three. But that doesn't mean it's bad, because the X440 focuses on something else: low-end torque. In city traffic, the bike feels relaxed, smooth, and effortless to ride. So in simple terms, the Speed 400 feels the fastest, the Scrambler 400X feels powerful but more relaxed, and the Harley X440 feels torquey but not very fast. Next comes the riding experience, and this is where these bikes feel completely different. The Speed 400 feels light and agile. It's a small compact motorcycle with sharp handling. The moment you twist the throttle, the bike feels eager and playful. In fact, it almost feels like a sports bike wearing retro clothing. Perfect for riders who enjoy quick acceleration and spirited riding. Now the Scrambler 400X. This bike uses the same engine, but the riding experience is very different. The suspension is taller, the riding position is more upright, and the bike feels bigger and more stable. This makes it much better for rough roads and long rides. Think about broken highways, village roads, weekend touring. The Scrambler simply feels more comfortable when the road conditions get bad. Then comes the Harley X440, and the vibe here is completely different. This bike is all about relaxed riding. The seating position is comfortable, the engine feels smooth at low speeds, and the exhaust note has that Harley character. This is not a bike you buy to ride aggressively, this is a bike you buy to cruise slowly and enjoy the ride. Now let's talk about something that matters more than specs: road presence and design. The Speed 400 has a clean and classic British design. It looks compact, premium, and minimal. The Scrambler 400X looks bigger and more aggressive. With the taller stance, wide handlebars, and dual-purpose styling, it easily grabs attention on the road. And then there's the Harley X440. This bike probably has the strongest road presence here. It looks muscular, low, and bold. And let's be honest, for many buyers, the Harley badge alone is a big attraction. Now when it comes to pricing, all three bikes sit very close to each other in India. The Speed 400 starts around the mid-2 lakh rupee range. The Scrambler 400X is slightly more expensive, and the Harley X440 also sits within a similar price bracket depending on the variant. Which means price alone will not decide the winner here. Your riding style will. So which one should you actually buy? Buy the Triumph Speed 400 if you want the most fun and performance. It's quick, agile, and perfect for riders who enjoy spirited riding. Buy the Scrambler 400X if you want the most versatile motorcycle. It handles highways, bad roads, and long rides better than the others. For many riders in India, this might actually be the smartest choice. And buy the Harley-Davidson X440 if your priority is relaxed cruising and strong road presence. It's not the fastest bike here, but it has character, comfort, and that classic Harley vibe. So in the end, there is no universal winner. The Speed 400 is the performance bike, the Scrambler 400X is the all-rounder, and the Harley X440 is the cruiser with attitude. The real question is simple: what kind of rider are you?